Hi, good morning. It's another beautiful day. Um, Today I wanted to teach, not really teach, just share. I want to share some interesting information on the Upanishads. The Upanishads is one of the, or of the four Vedas, it's a lot of it's taken from the last Veda, and it describes more of the philosophical concepts that actually make up modern day Hinduism. Upanishad literally in Sanskrit means means near, ni means sit down, and shad means to destroy. So essentially it means to come near me, sit down, and destroy, or I will destroy you. And a good way to think about this could be a relationship between a guru or a rishi, an enlightened being, and a student. And Upanishad is where the student goes to the guru to sit near him and to gain some wisdom so the guru can destroy his illusions about life, about this material existence, about a lot of the things that we hold important or that we think that are important that aren't. And I'm going to delve more into the actual teachings in other videos, but just like the meaning of what that means, Upanishad means is almost the essence of what a lot of Hindu philosophy really is. It's to understand life at a very granular level and understand that what we are is material beings, and the things that we attain in life, everything, to our family, to our loves, to our ambitions, they're material things that don't really belong to us, are going to go back to the earth, but we are of the earth as well. So we're kind of like in this constant flow. A lot of the concepts of Hinduism can be very hard to dissect because life itself is very hard to dissect. But I think the Vedas are a great way to bring that knowledge to the forefront. And my goal is to take these ancient, and you may even say, convoluted text into a way where we can simplify it. The Upanishads essentially is a lot of just poetry, told in Sanskrit. It's not really a remedy for your life or like or wisdom that you can really take with you. I think that's why the Bhagavad Gita was created, which is essentially the Upanishads but broken down into like a guide. A lot of ancient texts can be subject to interpretation, which can make it beautiful and maybe also confusing for those that are trying to get some guidance out of it. So, in my Substack, that's going to be my focus going on now. I've always had this urge to find the Indian heritage that I was born into. There was a lot of restraint when I was younger, but as I get older, I do see that there is so much beauty just in the things that I was brought up with. And I don't fault my parents or other elders for not really sitting down and describing all these things, because it is very difficult. And coming from immigrant parents, they were trying to make a life for themselves, and attaining spiritual enlightenment really wasn't in the cards. But I think it's also important to share, and with the internet and the ability to share information, I think it's important. So this information doesn't die, but I don't think it will, unless we have a solar flare or something, and our grid goes down and all the information that's on the internet is gone as we know it. But maybe that's not here nor there, or too far-fetched. But anyway, those are the things I want to share, about material existence, and how every second where we have a thought and that thought is destroyed, and you can expand that even further and think about the things in our life that are going to be destroyed later on. And I am getting older. I'm 40 now, and I even know this body, you can actually see how it's changed from, being 20. There's a lot of things that you can do to preserve your body, which I definitely do, and I'm going to continue to do, just because the body and mind work together. So the stronger the body is, the stronger the mind will be. And the more I can write and share and just live life with vitality, be a good father, be a good husband, brother, friend, all those things. But everything is going by the wayside, and I think it's important to realize how impermanent life is in this material existence, but also how special it is to be born human, to have these types of experiences. I just love the wisdom that the East shares, just because if you have a belief system where you believe that all of creation is divine and you are part of that divinity, it makes you flow a little bit better with life, and it makes you really see yourself in others. So, if others are cruel to you, you acting on that cruelty back to them is maybe telling, maybe a teacher inside of you showing that your cruelty coming out and reacting to their cruelty is, showing more about you than actually them. And the ability to look at other people, even in the face of, hardships, as a kindred spirit is a beautiful thing. It's helped my relationship with my parents. Been a challenging relationship at times, but I don't fault them, because they were interns at parenting too. I'm a parent now too, and it's like you don't really have a guidebook or a manual, even though they have all the resources out there. You don't really know what this child is going to bring and how it's going to change you. But seeing my dad as just another version of this divine order makes me have so much empathy and so much love for him, and it's brought our relationship even closer. And it's brought my relationship closer with even my wife and my sisters. And, for this next chapter in my life, there's definitely a lot of things I want to accomplish, but, I'm not attached to the outcome as much now. I think in the Gita, one of the quotes, and this is loosely translated, says, you have to do your duty, but you're not entitled to the fruits of your duty. Meaning, you don't need to get a thank you or get an appreciation, because doing the duty itself is the joy right there. The ability to do anything, the ability to move, the ability to parent, to be a lover, to be of service in your job is the actual fruit. And the things that come afterwards, the appreciation that you might get, the respect that you might garner from others, those are just the fruits, but they're not really yours. So it helps. And I think why that's really important and central is just because those type of things can drive our ego. And if it drives our ego, there's an expectation to attain those things again. But the more the ego dies down, the less there is an expectation from what you receive or get from other people. That's the way I look at it anyway. But yeah, I'm really excited to share more of this wisdom, but I just wanted to share what Upanishad really means. It just means, come near me, sit down, and I'm going to destroy you. And it's using the knowledge of the Vedas to destroy your illusions, or Maya, like all the suffering that we have, self-inflicted suffering that we carry on, to destroy all that and to live this life in more flow with this divinity that we have going on. So that's all I have for today. Thank you for listening, and best of luck.